Good morning, Hong Kong. Welcome back to another episode of Hong Kong Insurance 101. This week, we're not going to be talking about the COVID-19 coronavirus. Imagine that. No, we're taking a break and talking about the top 5 things you should be thinking about when you purchase a health insurance policy. Number one is the coverage area and is going to be critical in your plan in this day and age. Now, there are two types of health insurance available in Hong Kong: locally underwritten Hong Kong health insurance products and international health insurance policies. Both of these types of insurance operate in very much the same way in that they're designed to protect you against the cost of your medical treatment, but they do have some differences. For a majority of Hong Kong health insurance products, you are unable to receive any medical insurance protection outside of Hong Kong. International health insurance plans, on the other hand, actually give you a choice of coverage areas, with options generally including coverage areas for worldwide excluding the USA, or North America, regional cover including Southeast Asia or Asia only, and this gives you the option to choose exactly where you're going to receive protection under your plan and can be invaluable when your long-term lifestyle changes due to the ongoing uncertainty in the world today. Tying into this, the number two thing you should be thinking about when you purchase a health insurance plan is portability. Under some international health insurance products, the policyholder is offered the ability to take their plan with them should they ever relocate. This is called portability, and the ability to carry your plan from country to country around the world, depending on local laws and insurance regulations, will be critical. In many cases, your plan may actually be able to provide uninterrupted medical and healthcare protection to you and your loved ones should you need to relocate. For example, moving from Hong Kong to Singapore, a single health insurance policy, if there is a portability benefit, will continue to cover you in both locations. Continuation is similar to portability, but occurs on group or corporate health insurance plans, and is the ability for an individual to continue their coverage on a personal basis after they have left the group. The three thing to look out for when you're choosing a health insurance plan is pre-existing medical conditions. Unfortunately, this is possibly the biggest concern in relation to health insurance. Most health insurance will simply exclude pre-existing medical conditions from coverage. However, there are some plans which will offer pre-existing condition coverage through specific policy mechanisms. The first of these is coverage with a moratorium. Now, under a moratorium, if the policyholder doesn't display any symptoms of the disease, requires no treatments for their conditions, and takes no medications, then after a specific length of time, generally about 24 months from the start of the plan, the insurer may reconsider the condition for coverage under the policy. The second way to cover pre-existing medical conditions is through a premium loading. Very simply, you as a policyholder pay a higher premium, and in return, the insurer decides to include a pre-existing condition for coverage under the policy. Coming in at number 4 on the list of things that you should consider when you're purchasing a health insurance policy is waiting periods. Now, there are many health insurance benefits that are attached to a waiting period. Maternity, dental, and psychiatric are just some examples. If a health insurance benefit is attached to a waiting period, then the benefit is not covered under the insurance policy until the waiting period has been completed. Now, in the case of maternity insurance, the waiting period is generally in the region of 10 to 24 months from the start of the plan, depending on the insurance that you've purchased. As such, from the minute the policy is activated, the policyholder must wait a minimum of 10 months before receiving any coverage for the costs related to their maternity treatment. Changing plans resets waiting periods. So it's generally a good idea to stay on a plan for as long as possible so you never have to re-engage with the issue of waiting periods. And the final thing you should be thinking about when you purchase a health insurance policy is where you're purchasing that policy from. In Hong Kong, there are a number of different options for you when you buy insurance. You can go directly to the insurance company or underwriter. You can choose to use an agent, or you can choose to use a broker. All of these have their differences, have their pros, and have their cons. An agent and an insurer are almost the same entity. This is because an agent works for the insurance company and represents their interests. A broker, on the other hand, is a true independent intermediary under Hong Kong laws obligated to represent the interests of their clients. Where you purchase your insurance policy will ultimately impact the level of utility you get out of it and the support that you're receiving over the lifetime of your plan. All of these aspects will play a different part in the utility of your policy. But that's actually us for this week. Please let us know if you have any questions or comments below. And remember to subscribe to stay current with all our content as it comes out. Have a happy and healthy weekend. And don't forget to ask CCW. We're simplifying your insurance.